Calcarea carb. Calcarea carb is a remedy that I use in my practice very often, particularly in cases of hypothyroidism. So some interesting facts I'll tell you about this remedy today. This Calcarea carb we prepare from the middle layer of the shell of the oyster. So many of the properties of oyster and shell we find in case of Calcarea carb. Oyster, how is it? Very, very soft, delicate. Similarly, Calcarea carb personality, very, very sensitive, cannot see cruelty, cannot talk tough. That is Calcarea carb. The oyster, being so delicate, it needs a strong, hard support, the shell, and that shell also clings to a rock solid mountain. Similarly, Calcarea patient, Calcarea person, so sensitive, so soft nature, and always needs some support. People say, while taking the case, when I reveal the personality, they say, even for going to a nearby ration shop, I cannot go alone. I need somebody else to accompany me. And they feel a lot of secured when they are inside the protection. When they are inside the family, with the family members, among the family members, relatives, they feel very, very secure. That is the Calcarea carb. So always they are strongly attached with the family. When there is a bigger family get together and all, they are the happiest people in that. Once, one of my patients, after 2-3 days of medication, he got sick. So I asked, please update us about your health. Instead of updating about the health, he replies, ma'am, I have 18 guests at my home today. So I am very happy today. So he enjoys that 18 guests gathering more and forgot his ailments. That is the Calcarea carb. The oyster, it is least dynamic, doesn't want to move. The same is Calcarea carb patient. They don't want the change and they are happy within the four walls of life. Some women, when I inquire about the personality, they are well qualified, well educated. After completion of the education, what did they do? They married and they settled the family life, and now they are confined into the four-walled life. They don't even think of exploring more on the educational part or exploring any occupational part, nothing. And they feel it is only their sphere of life is limited with the home, in the home. So they are more concerned about the childbearing, bringing up the children, household activities, etc. There the responsibility ends. That is the Calcarea carb. Here it differs from the sepia lady. Sepia also is a well qualified and well nurtured lady, but sepia always tends to prove her identity. Sepia is not satisfied with the household routine works. She wants to explore her personality, her individuality. Sepia rejects the femininity sometimes because of this, but not the Calcarea carb. Calcarea carb feels very, very secure when she is under the protection of the husband. What is the activity of an oyster? It assimilates the food, it digests the food. That's all. The Calcarea carb lady, more concerned what is to be cooked for the lunch, what is to be cooked for the dinner. whether the things are in proper place or not at home, whether the husband is back at home on time or not. So the household activities remains the main work of the life there. In case of Calcarea carb, we find the calcium metabolism is defective. As I said, the oyster is sluggish, least dynamic. Hence is the Calcarea person sluggish. Movement is difficult. So we find pathologically the calcium metabolism is defective. Person becomes obese, vitamin D deficiency comes. Hence is the hypothyroidism, PCOD, all these are the after effects of that. So Calcarea carb and sepia being the two major first-hand remedies for hypothyroidism, we mainly distinguish the personality. One is a sluggish, other is full of energy. One is having life within the four walls of house, other is having life outside the walls of the house. One is secure under the protection of the family members, other is secure when proves her own identity or individuality. Calcarea carb we prepare from the oyster shell, middle layer of the shell. Sepia we prepare from the ink sac of the cuttlefish, which is a mollusca. This is how we distinguish the remedies in homeopathy.